Feeling inspired might feel like something you have no control over, yet what I'm going to do is share with you 5 steps in order to help you to feel more inspired throughout your life. Let's do this. Step number 1 is to have a childlike innocence. That doesn't mean you have to act like a child, but when you are a child, you look at everything for the first time and you want to know about it. You're inquisitive. And that's what I want you to be like with everything. Think to yourself, okay, there's a need here. There's something that I want to create. How can I use what's around me to be creative and think outside of the box? Step number 2 is to be productive, driven, and motivated. At first, it's going to be really hard to keep that motivation up. And you're going to be thinking to yourself, I want to do something that's fun, that's energetic, that I know how to do. But stick with it, because the more you can sit back into stress, anxiety, and tension, the more driven and motivated you're going to be. Because you're going to know that when you feel those horrible emotions, you're not going to run away. You're going to stay still and think, how can I work my way around these feelings to create something? Which leads us nicely onto step number 3, which is to start to trust and believe in yourself. And I know in some parts of your life you can do that, things that you're comfortable with, things you know how to do, but it's sitting with that tension that leads you to feel that you don't have what it takes. It's too hard. Someone else will do it. But what I'm telling you is that if you can learn to trust yourself and know that you have what it takes to sit with that tension and create something new, the more likely it is that you'll be inspired, because you're sitting with it and you're creating. And that's all creations are. Someone sees the need and they sit back, rest and relax in that tension and stress of not knowing what the next step is until the next step presents itself. And the 4th step is to be consistent. Your mind is like a sponge. The more you fill it with things which are inspiring, the more likely it is that you'll be inspired. If you always are doing stuff which is easy, then your mind gets saturated with that easy stuff and you're going to be used to doing it, and so you're not going to be creative. You're going to have a passive mindset. If you could start to be consistent, what that means is that you'll be able to keep on going when everyone else has fallen away. And so many inventors have more stamina when it comes to dealing with those hard to deal with emotions, because they just keep on sticking at it, plugging away until they find the way that works. That's the only difference between successful people and people which are passive and don't do what they say they're going to do. They just don't have the resilience to keep on going. And the last step is to have fun, because if you're not having fun, you're never going to stick at it. Our brains and bodies are wired to make sure we're always having some element of fun throughout our lives. And that doesn't mean short-term gain of picking up your phone and playing Candy Crush as an example. Instead, why don't you find it fun, trying to work out what's the next step to feeling happy to create something? It's so different and it's such a more pleasurable experience to actually sit and make something rather than being in someone else's world and just working within their rules. I want you to start creating the rules. I want you to start having fun doing it, because I know that you have so much in you that you want to share. Otherwise, you wouldn't have got this far into this video. Start using that inspirational you in order to create and have fun while you do it. And in the end, you'll probably have more fun creating things than sitting down and playing video games, watching TV, because that creative mindset is something which is not just leading to inspiration, but also a happier life, a more successful life. And you'll be inspiring not only yourself, but also others around you. It can get really addictive, and which is why I've done, I think, 200 YouTube videos. Because I'm not just interested in watching other people create, I want to create something myself. And I feel happy to do so. So to conclude this video, being inspired is a mindset. The more beauty you fill your mind with, the more beauty you'll see around you. So then start surrounding yourself and filling your brain with inspirational things. And when you do that, also remember to start moving forward yourself, because just reading a couple of quotes won't make you inspirational. Instead, use that quote in order to think about and do something productive. And in the end, you'll look back and think, why didn't I do this sooner? Because not only would you have created something, but you would have found a new type of fun. Something more rewarding than just sitting down and watching TV. And I wasn't going to include this, but the last step is to say to yourself that you deserve that life of your dreams. Because if you don't feel you deserve it, you're never going to stick at it. Remember, use the above steps. Learn, adapt, change, be creative, be in that mindset, learn to deal with tension, and in the end, you'll have the life that you want. Remember, my name's Philip. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like it and subscribe to see plenty more videos to come. And also, why don't you share with me something that you're struggling with, and I can answer your question in a future video. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.